Since the 2nd of May, we have destroyed over 30 military targets in the Misrata area, including a dozen main battle tanks, 3 rocket launcher systems, 3 self-propelled artillery pieces, and 15 ammunition storage sites. And multiple strikes against command and control buildings in both Misrata and Tripoli were conducted. Last night, we engaged a command and control facility in downtown Tripoli. I would now like to show you an example of dynamic targeting. In this video, you will see an airstrike on a building that was identified as a location where pro-Gaddafi forces were shelling and engaging the civilian population from this building. See the buildings engaged, that's the blast, and you can see exactly that the aim point was exactly at the building where people were shooting at the civilians. Here's another example, and you've noticed that the buildings behind the building we were looking after have not been touched. So this is a good example of the accuracy and the precision of the strike we carry on. Again, you will see now the 2 buildings right in the middle of the screen. From those buildings, there were snipers fighting at people, and the buildings were empty. In a couple of seconds, you'll see the impact of the weapons. First building, the right, and the second building on the left. The other buildings around it, despite of the smoke, weren't touched. Look at the building, and look at the yellow circle in the right on the screen. It's written crater behind that. You can see 2 holes. This is exactly the part of the building we wanted to hit. So again, we're not talking about a building, we're talking about the part of the building which was of interest for the attack. So you can also see that there are no other damages to the building. Again, this is another building, and you can see the exact precision of the hole right in the middle of the roof of the building. And I'm talking, of course, about military targets. I want to point out here the point that look at the debris on the right of the screen. There should be a red circle around that, difficult to see from here because of the light. But you will see that all the debris were stopped before passing the road, and after the road you could find some civilians buildings. So the debris have not gone far away. They stayed within the perimeter of the military site we were attacking. Next slide, please. Yeah, here you can see a couple of bunkers hit, and you can see the holes right in the middle of the bunkers. And again, you can exactly see that we were not just hitting bunkers, we were looking for some specific bunkers, and that's the result. And you can also see, apart from the hole in the roof, that no damages have been carried out in the surroundings of the bunkers. Since March 31st, NATO and partner aircraft have been conducting an average of 150 sorties a day, all aimed at protecting Libyan civilians from the violence by Gaddafi regime forces. And since the beginning of the operations, nearly 6,000 sorties have been conducted. Over 2,300 of them were strike mission on approved targets. Every day, we observe a changing situation on the ground, and we make adjustments to our operations to ensure that our effort has the maximum effect. All NATO targets are military in nature and have been clearly linked to the Gaddafi regime's systematic attacks on the Libyan population and populated areas. Every strike conducted by NATO and partner forces is necessary, legal, moral, and executed in a manner in which civilian casualties are minimized to the fullest possible extent.